One of the projects in this course is the Species Spotlight project. It is a group project, but there's portions of the project that are both group and individual. Overall, the project isn't worth that many points, really because it's an opportunity for you to just explore more in depth a single organism part of a species group. Now this video is being used over multiple semesters, and so some of the screens you see, some of the instructions you see might be different from your current semester, so be sure to do some exploring on your own and that you review the instructions carefully. So in our Blackboard course, there's going to be a folder where you'll find assignments, projects, extra credit, etc. And we're going to go to the Species Spotlight folder. Now in this folder, there's an overview, which you've probably already found because you found this video, as well as all of the different assignments. Some of the assignments you might not see yet just because you're not in a group, but there are all of the assignments in this folder. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the instructions and outline some things. I'm not going to go super in depth because I'm going to assume that you're going to read these instructions on your own time, but just wanted to give you a general overview so you know what you're getting yourself into. So in general, we're going to be looking at the Phylum Vertebrata. These are all of our vertebrate organisms, things like humans and chimpanzees and fish and reptiles and amphibians, etc. Now instead of me going through all of these different groups, I'm giving the class an opportunity to go through these groups. So within Phylum Vertebrata, there are lots of different classes such as reptilia, such as amphibia, such as chondrichthyes, which you might not know what that is, but that's our sharks. And each group, there's going to be 8 groups total, is going to focus on a different one of those vertebrate classes. Now, when I say focus on them, there's 2 major things you're going to do. As a group, you guys will choose an organism found in that class that you think is really cool and super interesting. And on that organism, you're going to find a cool YouTube video that talks about it, as well as a peer-reviewed research article. Individually, you'll each write a summary of the research article that your group chooses. Then as a group, you're going to create a short PowerPoint, only 5 or 6 slides, that introduces your vertebrate class, so say Reptilia, as well as talks about your individual organisms, such as the Komodo dragon. So again, parts of it are together, such as the presentation, while parts of it are individual, such as your article summary. First thing listed here is the deadlines and the different assignments. And although it looks like a lot, again, this is all broken down into small pieces so that you're not, or hopefully not, waiting last minute to do everything. Below this table is the individual breakdown for everything. So just briefly, after watching this video and reading the instructions, you'll complete the quick little quiz, or the 5PA, on the instructions. After you complete that, you will then be able to see the sign-up sheet where you can choose an organism class. This is optional. It's not worth any points choosing a class, but it gives you an opportunity to. If you don't choose one after the deadline, I'm just going to go ahead and put you in one of those vertebrate classes. You might choose a group of organisms that you really like. So for example, if you really like birds, you might choose class Aves. But just letting you know, the information on this test or on this project is going to be in the test. So you might purposely choose an organism class that you know nothing about, such as class Sarcopterygi, which is our lobefin fishes. And you're like, I have no idea what those are. Maybe you want to be in that group because you're almost forcing yourself to study because you have to present that information. I don't care how you choose your group, but that gives you an opportunity to sign up. Your first assignment as a group is choosing your research article and the YouTube video you're going to use. So really your first step is choosing the really cool organism you're going to find. And you guys are going to submit that article and YouTube link into Blackboard just to get my approval. Ideally, you'll actually submit quite a few articles and a couple YouTube videos, and I can tell you which ones I think are best and also are going to be the easiest for you to do. Once you have an approved article, you and your team can work individually on your article summaries. After your article summary is looking at the presentation. Although I have a lot of things listed here, a lot of these are all going to go on the same slide. Each group is going to have no more than 6 slides. That includes your title page. You don't need a references page. And you can look through here that tells you the information we need on your organisms class. So not only would you be presenting on the Komodo dragon, but also tell us what are reptiles in general. And some of the information I'm looking for in those classes are listed here. Finally, we'll have group presentations. And then the last assignment is just a peer review. It's 5 points of the project, just letting me know how it was working with your group. So again, in order to get started, be sure to read through these directions a lot more closely, but you've pretty much have all the information that you need in order to take that quiz. So read through it carefully, and when you're ready, take the quiz. You can use this material to answer the questions on the quiz to ensure that you get a good grade on it.